Today is Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. I hope all of you had an amazing New Year's Eve, and I hope that you guys are as equally excited about the upcoming year as I am. In today's video, I'm talking to you guys about my writing goals, and we're doing a little writing. So if this is something that you're interested in, stay tuned. So who doesn't get excited about the opportunities for new beginnings? Like, I love the beginning of a new year. I love the beginning of a new month. I love the beginning of a new week. I even love the new day because it's an opportunity for me to not only reflect, but also self-correct on the things that I want to improve on. It's another opportunity to get things right or to make them better. I'm excited to share with you guys what that journey is going to look like over the next 12 months. So in my last video outlining my novel, I shared with you guys what my process was turning my standalone story of Vanessa and Diego into a trilogy. I shared with you guys what my plotting system was, which basically is creating this index binder with all my major plot points to make sure that my story is flowing in the way that it needs to. The other thing that I did after I completed and put the binder together was I went through Scrivener and I looked at the project that I already have, which, can you believe it, is 61,520 words. And I decided to see what scenes I still needed to complete in that project. So I did that, and then I wound up creating a list comparing what I had so far as scenes in that particular standalone and what I needed to write in order to make it a trilogy. I then took it another step further and then created a whole separate project within Scrivener where I just copy and pasted scenes I knew that I wanted to keep for sure in book one of that trilogy, so that there wasn't any confusion on my part as to where I stood as far as word count was concerned, or if there were scenes that I wasn't going to use now but I would use later on down the road. So that's kind of what I've been up to the last few weeks. I've also been kind of working on my writing goals for the year, specifically for January, since it's the beginning of a new month. Today is New Year's Day, and I'm looking at a goal of completing 30,000 words for the month of January. Now, I know that for some people that may not seem like a lot, for others that may seem a lot, but I have decided that the way that I'm going to tackle trying to get this manuscript done, I'm shooting for completing this manuscript by March 31st, 2025. That's the deadline that I've given myself. I have 29,000 words that I've shifted over from the original project into now the new project with Scrivener for this trilogy. So I'm in a really good position. And if I can continue on the trajectory that I've been doing, which is averaging about 20 to 25,000 words a month, I believe that I can get this project completed by March 31st. So that's my goal. I also sat down and kind of figured out, what my target weekly word count is going to be. And you guys know I love a weekly word count goal. Some people that doesn't work for them, that doesn't resonate, but for me it does. And the reason why it does is because I had listened to a podcast through Savannah. I will link her podcast in the description below. I can't think of it right now, but she had an episode where it really kind of resonated with me, because I remember when I first started writing about 3 years ago, there was so much confusion in my mind about writing scenes versus writing chapters, and I didn't know how many chapters were going to be in a book, let alone how many words were within a chapter. Like, all of that was confusing to me. And she had a podcast episode where she basically talked about scene structure, and in that she indicated that a scene should be no longer than 2,000 words, with the sweet spot being about 1,500. And I remember when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, okay, I can do that. I can shoot for that. That's a tangible target for me to hit, or at least to strive for. If I do 1,500 words so many days for the month, then I will be able to achieve at least 30,000 words for the month of January. And if I can continue with that flow, then I'll be able to complete the manuscript by the end of March, hitting my target of at least, I'll be over, just a little over 80,000. So I'll be close to 90. So I think I can definitely do it. So knowing that I'm close, and knowing that I'm also kind of putting this added pressure on myself to reach this target, to reach this target of completing this manuscript by March 31st. In order for me to really hit that target and not like fool myself into believing that I can like get it done and fool around and play with, like it's not, I need to be focused, is I really kind of structured my day and also my night in order to make sure that I am moving my story along the way that it needs to, that I'm not getting stuck, that my pantsing / discovering mind just doesn't, wander away. So I'm really gonna try to focus on plotting and planning as much as possible and outlining these scenes in order for me to get it done, because I have a feeling that if I don't do that, then I'm just gonna kind of wander off and it's gonna take me longer than I want to in order to complete the book by the end of March 31st. So my author goals for January, for the month of January, is to complete 30,000 words in book 1 of the trilogy, to add to the 29,000. If I do that, I'll be just at 60,000, which would mean theoretically by February I could finish the manuscript by adding another 30,000 if possible. It's gonna be a lot for me. I know it's gonna be a lot, but I'm up for the challenge, and I want to share with you guys really what it takes to make this dream a reality. So 2025, I'm kicking it off with a writing session. I'm bringing you guys along with me, and let's get to it.